EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the dynamic Alvin Kamara. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Saints and the Panthers on Sunday night.
Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts. I'm not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy who's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 23 carries, 120 yards even.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Hurts. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Hurts to throw. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. DeMarco Jackson, the man to bring him down defensively. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. Curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
On first down, Hurts. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Well, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
Holding. Offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Off the play fake, Winston. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have kept it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. 7 yards there and a first down. The Saints are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Winston now to throw on first down. Olave over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth the salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Winston. This one taken in by Olave. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves and sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. From the red zone now, Winston. That's Olave bringing in another one. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Here we go now on first and goal. Kamara is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. Again, Kamara. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jameis Winston, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Saints put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points in the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator and what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Throwing is Hurts. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD, and you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Panthers about ready to take over. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
Ready?
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
So here are the Saints to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Jameis to throw it. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Throwing, Winston. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-zip. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
They had no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
They go play action with Hurts. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Now, quick throw, though, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by McManus is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. (21-3) is your score after one. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Winston. Flushed out right. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
First down, Winston. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On second down, Kamara. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
They run it again with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints continue to pull away here in this first half. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. I get some more. It'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Let's look to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. That time, a 9-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. To throw on second and 10. Hurts. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Hurts. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Kamara up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have the Saints first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, it's Winston. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints have got it on cruise control.
Check here because he keeps up with good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
After the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Wants to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Oh, partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback, because you really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark. And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it. Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier. Second down, Winston. Slant pass complete to Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there. They'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go play action. Winston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
On third down, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
First down throw for Winston.
The pass caught by Olave. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Winston.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Play action now, Winston. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Saints extend their lead yet again.
Did my eyes deceive me? Or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use it. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Lots of look down the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Panthers now set to take over offensively. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The offense on third down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here's Hurts to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. The September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Deontay Hardy back deep. Pulled in at the 24. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Let's go now.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing again on second down. Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. There's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the visiting Lions who come in and get the road victory. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Ryan Tannehill, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Indianapolis Colts and the Green Bay Packers. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And he'll start with a give to Kamara. And a short pickup to about the 25.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he takes this for 3 to the 29. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play fake. Winston. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On play action, Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Milton Williams. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, Winston. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Rob has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Winston. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
To try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action, here's Hurts. He's going to look deep for more. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut.